Lady Charmaine, and my guest today is known for her role as Niecy on Moesha and most recently on TV One's Hollywood Divas. And she's here today with her daughter Cassie to talk about the new Lifetime series, Mother-Daughter Experiment Celebrity Edition. I want you to help me welcome back to the show, Shar Jackson, and this time she's joined by her daughter Cassie. Welcome.
Me and it's me.
And welcome back, Shar.
Thanks for having me, baby.
You're welcome. See, the last time I talked to you, you were on Hollywood Divas, and now you are back talking about something a little more personal. So I wanted to ask you both, first beginning with you, Shar, why did you decide to join this show? Because this is a real personal show that's going to get into your business. So why was this important to you?
This is definitely extremely personal, probably one of the most personal things I've ever experienced, that I, as far as sharing, but willingly sharing. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
But I felt like there was some disconnect in the relationship I have with my baby girl, and I figured the most comfortable way to actually get that out and get to the bottom of that was to do it in a setting with like-minded and women who kind of are in the same position as us as far as career-wise and the kind of lives that we live. So I felt like the best way to kind of get to the bottom of it was to do it with chicks who understood.
I know that's right, huh? And what about you, Cassie? Why did you sign on?
I signed on initially because I was just trying to, do something with my mom, and we hadn't really spent enough time together recently, and I was trying to bond with her and help her through whatever it was that she thought that we needed help on, since she wanted to do the show.
And so, Cassie, for the audience who may not know, how old are you?
I'm 21.
You're 21. Because,
she just looks 12.
And I got a chance to watch the first episode, and you are really cute. So I'm like, how old is she? So I have to ask how old you are. I was watching the episode, the first episode, and it's amazing how many mothers and daughters are going through, because, I have a 16-year-old, and we all know when they start hitting 16 and thinking they grown, you go through some things. And our 2015, I'm going to take, because we was on a show, we was on a national show ourselves, me and my daughter. And so,
right.
Because of issues, girl. And so that's why when this show came out, I'm like, oh, this is such a great show. I said, me and my baby needed to be on this one. And so that's why
and that's another reason why I felt like this in a public forum like this would be good, because so many of us moms, we wonder, oh my God, am I doing this right? Did I mess up? Oh my gosh, how do I handle this? And a lot of us don't realize, we always take it so personal, we don't realize that all moms are going through this stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is stuff that everybody can relate to, and it's okay, but just as long as you deal with it, you know what I mean?
That's it. And I wanted to know, Cassie, for you, I know you signed on for your mom and you've seen your mom go through some things, but when did you feel the disconnect in the relationship with your mom, or it started becoming strained in your eyes?
I think that one of the biggest disconnect obviously came when I was way younger. My mom started going through a lot of personal stuff with, her transitioning career from being the successful actress to just being known as, for her relationship or lack thereof at that time. And I feel like that's where the biggest issue in our relationship came.
Okay. And because many people know the situation with Kevin Federline and Britney Spears. We just put it out there because it was public. And during that time, your mother was pregnant. And so you saw her go through a lot of emotional stress because of the situation. And it became so public. And as a child, watching your mother go through that and seeing her secret pain, her secret hurt behind the closed doors that we as the public didn't see, how did that affect you?
It affected me the way that it would affect most kids when they're seeing their parents go through traumatic experiences. It wasn't like the best thing ever, but, I kind of was older, and I was like 12, not really older. In my mind, I was older because I was 12. I thought, I could take it on and help her through it. that's where one of our issues came in.
I guess because I'm asking because you were 12, and although you can help her through it, but you were affected because you had a relationship with Kevin as well. So that's what I'm saying. How did that affect you? Because you were close to him as well, weren't you?
I'm sorry?
I said, weren't you? You were close to Kevin as well, weren't you?
Yeah, he's my dad still to this day.
There you go. So although you helping your mom through her stuff, but I'm sure you had your own personal issues. That's why I wanted to know, how did that whole thing affect you? Because you're trying to help your mom go through, but then you're dealing with your own hurt as well, I believe. Because since he was like,
I kind of neglected it for
did.
myself. Yeah, I just took on her emotional burden and neglected my own. But, live and learn.
Okay, so you never dealt with yours.
Sometimes a child needs to stay in a child's place.
Right. so she in your business, but not dealing with her stuff.
Girl, go deal with you.
Right.
Do me. Okay.
That's my exact point. I'm like, so how did you deal with yourself? But okay. All right. So
Cassie grew up with me in the industry, her entire life. So she kind of grew up a little faster than most kids, you know what I mean, emotionally and things like that. And like me, when I started working when I was 3.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know if it's that, and then also being a Virgo, like we feel it's our duty to handle things more maturely and be on point and do what we got to do and handle business, but we neglect ourselves a lot. And people think that, me crying on Celebrity Fit Club or whatever else was about me losing Kevin. It wasn't that. It was about watching how this was affecting my babies and me not knowing what to do about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And see, the thing is, you're concerned about her.
Go.
Right.
Absolutely. Like, that's the thing people weren't understanding, because a lot of stuff wasn't being, my kids weren't being spoke about a lot, in magazines and stuff. But honestly, unless you were really paying attention, you didn't even know I had 4. You thought I just had the 2 with Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the 2 that were older were really being affected by the breakup of our family.
Mm-hmm.
And not only the breakup of our family, the breakup of our family on a very public platform, and then everybody and their mama having an opinion about what was going on in our family.
Right.
I had my kids at school, they're like, their teachers at school would be like, oh my God, so Cassie, stay after class. Oh my God, so what's going on with your mom and your dad and Brittany? Like that's insane.
Wow. They wanted the 411.
I mean? We had to move like 8 times because press people would go and disturb my neighbors. Like, it was bonkers. So people think that I was emotional because I lost Kevin. That wasn't it. It was about my kids and the effect that all of that was having on my family.
Correct. And that's why
and so we deal with that.
Right. And so that's why I asked you, Shar, because a lot of people forget about the kids. And even when I was talking to you, Cassie, you still was pointing to your mom. And I wanted to talk to you about how did it affect you personally, because kids do become affected by what's going on in the home. And then and sometimes they neglect to deal with their stuff because they're so concerned about the parents. But then our stuff, as a child, can come out in a whole nother way. So I cannot wait to continue to watch the rest of the series, because
girl, it's gonna be crazy.
And and I can't wait to see walls being broken down, because one of the most important relationships is between a mother and a daughter. And I know on the episode, Shar, you talked about depression. How did you come out of it? How did you make it out to get to where you are today?
I mean, at the end of the day, it was God. I can't take credit for that in no way, shape, or form. Because after I lost Yvette, after Yvette passed away, who was my best friend in this world for 20 years, I everything that I had gone through up until that point, I felt like I was handling. And it cracked me. But when Yvette passed, I just broke. And the only thing that brought me back was God. He was like, look, baby girl, I'm not going to give you more than you can handle. I know it doesn't feel that way, but I got you, and I need you to get back on your game for your kids, for your mom, for your sisters, your brother, your family, and for you. And I had to snap out of it. I had to. Isn't
it amazing how God can come in and give you a sobering word For you to be able to see through the
You
darkness.
know, girl. Sometimes he can be a very strict father. You know, because you're like, Daddy, why do I gotta keep going through this? Why am I still, you know? But it's a lesson that we have to learn, and honestly, only he can, you know, tell you when it's time to stop and get back on your stuff. So,
amen. And so, Cassie, for you, how hard was it, or if it was hard for you to go through this process on camera, being vulnerable, knowing that, you know, millions of people are going to be watching you?
I think that it actually was the hardest part to do it with all of the cameras, because I'm not, you know, open with my personal feelings, and so I don't even address them in private. So addressing it with a bunch of other women there and a bunch of cameras there, that was a completely different experience. I'm probably not ever going to sign up for it again. But
I pray to God we don't have to.
I know that's right, huh? So doing this process,
I just felt like that was me as a mom making a decision that I felt like where our disconnect came from was a very public platform. So I felt like the only way to fix it was a public platform as well.
And so what did you learn during this process, Cassie, on television and working through these hard issues with your mother?
Well, that's kind of one of those things you have to watch and find out what I learned.
Oh, I gotta watch.
Right there. That's a trainer right there.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I gotta find out what you learned. Now now, are you going to reveal that to us publicly, what you learned, or we're going to see what you started learning? Are you going to be able to verbalize that on television?
I mean, you see what I learned.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm lost in driving and remote feature.
Okay.
Pull over before you kill yourself.
So she's doing an interview while she's driving. Well, you go ahead, girl. You multitasking.
Right,
Be
girl.
safe. Be safe. Well, Shar, for you during this process, you know, on the show, what did you learn? What was your takeaway from it? Because, you know, sometimes we may not know everything that somebody learned from a show because we're watching, but, you know, things that people can learn, you know, that they put into practice, that they'll continue to do. So, because I watch a lot of these relationship shows, and then it's funny how after the show is over, they broke up. On the show, they say one thing, you know, at the end, and then they broke up.
No, but that's because of the realization and the reveal that they learned on the show. That's just what you didn't hear. You know, they just don't tell you. Oh my, no, I learned the real when we did the show. I think for me, I just learned, and I needed this because I need accountability, and I need other people to point out, you know, when something isn't exactly the way it's supposed to be for me, because I am very guarded as well. So I will shut you down real quick. You try to tell me, you know, oh, well, you're not doing it. Well, I don't hear you anymore. So I needed the accountability, and I needed to step back, not just look at me being Mama Bear, and realize that there's other aspects to this. I learned a huge lesson on the show, and the biggest one, I'm not going to share that, but I will tell you that I feel like the one thing that everybody can take away from this is, you know, when you're in situations with your loved ones, just be open to the process.
That's good. No, that's good. And the reason why, like I said, I asked because I just saw the season finale of Marriage Boot Camp, and you saw couples at the end come together to toast champagne. They made it through their problems. And then when they reveal at the end, this couple broke up, I'm like, wait a minute. Did y'all learn anything from being on the show?
I don't think they can do that at the end of ours. Luckily, I don't think they can do that at the end of ours.
Well, that's good because you're mother and daughter. Now,
right.
That's good. Now, episode 1, okay, open up with a bang because, you know, there's 2 daughters on there. They're going to have this big blow up as soon as everybody gets to the house. And so each family is coming in with their own set of issues. And when you guys were all sitting in the room, everybody was talking about all their issues. Was there a point, and as you were hearing everyone's issues, you realized maybe mine is not as bad because this person got this one going on and this one going on?
Get out of my head. That's exactly what I thought. I was like, I tapped Cassie. I was like, oh, we good.
But at the same time, there were issues that we heard that we just relate to.
Absolutely.
You know.
That's good.
Mothers and daughters all have the same problem.
So for the both of you,
yeah, no, but I think this show was a brilliant idea, and as hard and emotionally draining as this process was for us, I personally am thankful that we had the opportunity to do it. We wouldn't go back. There's no going back. But you know, we're one and done, and I thank God for that opportunity.
And that's good, because I already told my daughters we're going to be watching this series together. Both of them said, okay, Mommy, because this is going to be our Tuesday night TV watching, because I think mothers and daughters need to sit down, because I saw myself in each one of these like conversations. In the mom, I saw my daughter. You know, you see yourself, you know, and some of the things you maybe do, like there was something that one mom said and it kind of struck me. I was like, ooh, that's kind of me.
Yeah. Okay. No, exactly. And there's a lot of that. And that, I think that is one of the main reasons that, you know, mothers and daughters should definitely check this show out, because there will be so many things that you can relate to. And like Cassie said, even though I looked at her and said, oh, we good, at the end of the day, we realized that we had our stuff and other people have their things, and a lot of it is absolutely relatable.
This is great. And I pray that, even though I saw the first episode, that this is a show that they continue, you know, with celebrities, non-celebrities, because this is something that every relationship needs, even fathers and sons. And you know what I mean? It's just because it's getting down to the root of things, because in order for us to have a healthy relationship, you know, even going forward, my girlfriend called me yesterday, an issue that she was having with her daughter, that she just had to put her daughter out. And, you know, it's happening, you know, and so
that's the thing. It's the most important relationship in your life. Is the bond between a mother and a child, or a father and a child, a parent and a child. That is the most important, and vice versa. You know what I mean? That's the most important relationship that you can ever have in your life, and why not take care of it?
And lastly, for you, Cassie, and with you being 21 years old, what do you want the viewing audience, the daughters, to take away from watching this show?
I just want daughters to know that they should definitely listen to their moms, because their moms do know pretty much everything that they're talking about. And they usually have your best interests at heart. So listen with an open ear to your mothers. They've been daughters before, so they've been through everything that you think that you're going through for the first time.
Spoken like a wise child.
Did you record
It's
that?
all recorded, girl.
Send me that tape. Send me that tape.
Oh, that was wisdom speaking. We love you, Cassie. Oh, that was very good. See, that's what she learned on the show. That's a beautiful thing. And I want to invite the listening audience to make sure that you tune in tonight, 10 p.m. on Lifetime, for Mother-Daughter Experiment Celebrity Edition. Please watch it with your daughters. It is going to be a show I do believe is going to be life-changing, and we all will see ourselves, and preferably we all have a better relationship with our mothers and daughters after watching this show. Thank you so much for opening up your lives, Cassie and Shar, on the show, and I look forward to having you both back on the show.
Thank you, baby. Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Have a great day.
All right, love. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Lady Charmaine, I'm all right.